I'm SillyPseudonym, playing Nova Drift, and hopefully this time recording with the proper microphone. We'll see. So annoying when you record a run and then the audio is horrible because, well, for whatever reason the broadcast software decided to default to your webcam microphone instead of your proper microphone. Even worse when the webcam is just lying on the desk instead of actually attached to the monitor where it has a good recording angle. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. Should we try again? Let's try again. We'll take the orbital shield and let's try Firefly. Sure. We'll try Firefly instead. Last time I used Sentinel. This time we'll try Firefly and see how it goes. So we're going to try to develop a hidden power orbital shield build that then relies on its orbital shield being enhanced by, of all things, Dying Star. Dying Star helps keep the orbitals large and in charge. And then we hopefully live a long time and kill lots of enemies. No promises on that front, but we can try. I'm debating whether I want to save up for Ataraxia. The answer is maybe. There are certainly advantages to it, especially with Firefly Body. I do like the extra experience attraction range that comes with it. However, it is an upgrade point that we spend, and there's a lot of things we want to buy with this kind of build. Shield improvements, Candescence Dying Star, maybe Deflagration, but if so, we need to get down to Rupture quickly, because if we take him power, of course, all weapon mods are removed from the pool. There's a lot going on here, is what I'm saying. And so much that we need to do. Should have saved that large salvo for this wave, but we'll handle them easily enough, I suppose. Another big convoy. Lots of convoys this time around. I will not complain about that. Not in the slightest. Come on. Okay, that part wasn't smart, but you know what? It worked. I love the shield cooldown and such, but I think I'd take this Ataraxia. Alright, here's our opportunity. Do we want to try for deflagration, or are we going to say no to that idea? We'll give it a shot. I do want this energized shield. Take the concentrated blast. And the reflexive shield is probably going to be pretty good. Extra burn damage or moving towards Dying Star right now. Take the burn damage. And the Rupture. Another Energized Shield. This is going to keep hurting our shield recovery, but that's going to be fine. We're going to eventually give up our weapon and be pure shield-based. Hurt our shield recovery. Hurt our salvo recovery generation. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Do I want Barrier? It does lower our shield cooldown, so that essentially nullifies one of our energized shields, but it is more maximum shielding, and it also helps us not take as much damage from one big hit. Very useful against enemies that ram us, your juggernauts, for example. I'll go ahead and pick this up now. I am not entirely sure it's a good idea, but I think it is overall a better idea. And the Energized Shield does sort of help make up for it a bit. That's one down. That's another one down. More worried about the escorts, really, than this enemy. I do like the efficiency. Soon we'll give up our weapon, so we don't worry about that part. We'll never be firing. But I also want to get down to Dying Star via core shielding. So let's take this armor. The armor itself is pretty nice as well, but getting that core shielding would be pretty good. Revelation, you say? I do like Revelation. Shield cooldown and Omni Shield would both be nice, but yeah, Revelation, so we can get even more energized shields. I'll take that. I will happily take that. Corrosion. Purge. Take the Purge, I suppose, for now. That will unlock the Deflagration. Yeah, something over here. But, yeah, that will unlock the Deflagration. Oh dear. Here's our good friend Omega. Hi, Omega. Was this smart? No. Was it fun? Yes. I do want passive shield regeneration, but I also want this shield cooldown. I haven't taken Omni Shield yet, so there is still more reason to have some hull regeneration improved. And admittedly, I was influenced by the fact that our shields were a tad low at the moment. Oh, you're a nasty one. Now, trying to fool our friend here, but alas, they're fairly agile. I was not expecting you from this angle. I was expecting you from that angle over here to the right. But you know what? I'm not going to complain, because that was very useful for us. Purposely trying to fly near the vulnerable sections to get a little damage from thrusters. Was that smart? Also, probably no. Okay, good. Okay, shielders. We're gonna have to talk about this. Or not. We don't have to talk about that much, you know. There's the regenerative shielding. Guess we picked that up. Gives us a little bit of passive shield regeneration at the cost of reducing our hull regeneration when our shields are up, but we plan to take Omni Shield, so that's not going to be much of an issue fairly soon. we're going to have other things. Purification is going to tank our weapon damage, but it will make our burn damage a lot better. Now we're definitely in the market for things that will improve our engine and eventually Dying Star type effects, because our weapons are significantly worse. I want the efficiency and the shield cooldown and the corrosion and the rebuke and the improved thrusters. Take the shield cooldown just because I'm a little bit worried about making sure that we have enough recovery if we do find Omni Shield. Efficiency would also be pretty good there, but even though their numbers are the same, this will unlock things I'm more interested in. I do want this deflagration, and I also want this hidden power. 3 hypermetabolisms is a bit much. I'm going to take the hidden power and give up our weapon. Definitely not taking 3 twin strikes now. Take the channeling, since that will help us get down towards our good friend core shielding. Alright, not the best way of handling that, but again, it worked. And hidden power, of course, is pretty nice. I guess I didn't mention that. It gives us 40% more global damage, 5% more hull, shields, shield effect radius, shield effect power, thrust, and 10% faster shield cooldown and regeneration. Now, we have 2 wild mods, well 3, so these orbs are tempting. Though again, we would love volatile shields and efficiency here. Volatile shields for max shields, and efficiency of course for that extra shield cooldown. Can we get away with this? Is it worth getting this? I don't know, but I want to try. With a revelation, it's hard for me to turn down Orbs of Discord. Even if they're not that helpful, they're helpful enough, especially against certain weaker enemies. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. Lots of things we want here. Corrosion, Adrenal Module, Rebuke. Even Skirmish could have some utility. I think I take the Corrosion here because now that we have Hidden Power going, spreading that burn damage around is going to be pretty important for our ability to actually kill enemies, especially things like, well, this bulwark here. Spread that burn damage to its multiple segments, and it's pretty helpful. I do want that core shielding, but I also want this Omni Shield. Let's get this so we can get towards... Oops. I want to run into you. Let's get this so we can get down to Dying Star. Oh, okay. I was expecting you on the other side, Juggernaut, and you didn't show up. Caused me a bit of a consternation. Not gonna lie. Lovely when they line up for you like that. Dying Star, Deflagration. We'll take the Dying Star. Now we set everything near us on fire. More specifically, the Dying Star ignites things in a huge radius. We do more damage the closer we are to an enemy, and we get longer ignite duration and burn damage, but we constantly take damage ourselves. But taking damage is in some ways a good thing for us, because that means our orbs from our orbital shields are a little bit stronger than they might be without that self-damage, since our orbital shields get larger the more damage we take. I do want that volatile shielding, but this Omni Shield is going to help us a fair bit. Let's hope we're prepared for it. So here comes our good friend the Scion. Of course, part of the good news with Scion is the burn damage will spread to other nearby enemies, and we'll be able to kill off the escort fairly quickly. Gotta be careful. It's a little awkward here trying to rotate our engines in the direction of Scion when we're here like this, but again, we do more burn damage the closer we are to an enemy. So we just need to wait for the inevitable. That's very nice, not very nice at all. Though you can see how the orbs are also pretty good against certain projectiles, much like the counter-artillery of turret. The orbital shields do degrade anything they come in contact with that can be degraded. I would like those improved thrusters. Kinetic boost would be welcome. Adrenal module's good, but so is Rebuke. I want to take the Rebuke here just for the armor. I am a little bit more paranoid about our health now that we have Dying Star. Okay. Not energized shields, but the self-damage resistance could be nice. That's a tempting one. I'm gonna give it a try. It also helps us get some more Orb O Discord action going. Well, that probably wasn't very smart, but maybe it was worthwhile. I do want these improved thrusters, but I think I want this efficiency even more. Let's get that shield cooldown improved. It's funny to watch them cause their own death. Finally get this deflagration, I suppose. Will be helpful against Warbringer. Warbringer has multiple segments, and spraying that burn damage around will help. Spread even more damage around. As each segment dies, it transfers a little bit of its burn damage to other nearby segments, so if things go well, we'll get a nice chain reaction. One segment kills another segment, and then the whole thing explodes. Not guaranteeing that will happen, but it would be nice. Alright. Oh, you're not helping yourself with those torpedoes, dear Warbringer. Not at all. And problem solved. I do like Galvanic. One Galvanic I think is fine. I don't think we really focus on them, but I think one Galvanic as another source of burn damage and improvement ever so slightly to our shield effect power is pretty good. As I said, I don't know if I want more of them compared to just digging for energized shields, but I think having one is pretty good just for that revenge attack whenever we take damage. And the revenge attack is, of course, burn damage as well. So that does tie together nicely with everything else we have going here. Kinetic boost or improved thrusters. I'm going to get the improved thrusters, both for the improvement to speed, as well as the chance to get deadly weight going. Deadly weight would also give us, you have guessed it, more burn damage. Always lovely to watch them explode. Wasn't quite what I was hoping to do, but you know what? It's fine. Singularity detected. Serpent detected. Oh wait, no, it's not. The self-damage resistance from Evolutionary Niche is tempting. Deadly Wake is nice, but I actually think I take Volatile Shields here. We probably won't survive actually using this volatile part, but more maximum shield is pretty good because we are quite dependent on our shield staying up so we can actually survive. Regeneration rate is okay. Shield cooldown is still over 5 seconds. I would love to get that below 4 with enough energized shields, but we did spend our revelation on defiances to reduce self-damage, so not entirely sold on that aspect happening in this run, but who knows, maybe we'll be lucky enough to get an explosive growth. Anything's possible. Didn't say probable, just possible. Come on. There you go. Boom ba doom ba doom. Okay, you're going to do a charge attack. I'm going to get launched halfway across the galaxy. Seems reasonable. Deflagration really helping us out here. Don't think I want discharge. Adrenal module or kinetic boost. Let's take the adrenal module. The more damaged we are, the more we will damage any enemies. Since we will be taking a fair bit of self-damage here, among other kinds of damage. Alright, but we have done a fair amount of damage to Seraph here. Really. You all have to be champions. There's some rule I don't know about. Shielders for Seraph must be a champion. Except no less. Rather discriminatory if you ask me. Sure, chase me. Oh, come on, shoulders. Well, that one wasn't a champion. Good job. I'm not actually going to not kill you for that, but I do appreciate your sense of fair play. Oh, we're so close. Burn damage for the win. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Stabilization's fine. Shield effect radius is questionable, but I want this. Deadly Wake, as I already mentioned, the extra burn damage is pretty nice. Scorching Wake wouldn't be too bad for much the same reason. But most of all, I would prefer some more energized shields. Of course, no matter what, even if you had all the energized shields in the world, the game does cap it out at what? I think about a second-ish, over a second-ish. You can't get your shield cooldown below a hard cap just because I assume they don't want emergency systems to make you invulnerable. Emergency systems has, I think, a 0.8 second cooldown where you are invulnerable after losing your shields. And of course, if you get it lower than that, well, you win the game, congratulations. I do want that blink and kinetic boost, but I did mention wanting energized shields. We've cut our shield cooldown by 1/4 of a second. It's not a huge amount, but it does add up. Especially if we can find a few more. I was hoping not to quite trigger you to charge, but we'll do what we got to do. Now's where I want the blink. I go back in time and have that blink, please. Goodbye, Juggernaut. Hello, Chompers. And hello, Comet. We'll add for our reflexive shield here to help us push back a bit. Okay. Another energized shield. I suppose Bravado is interesting because that would improve our thrust and our self-damage resistance. But I think I stick with energized shields. Down to 5.17 seconds on our cooldown. Might actually want to consider Leaf here. Leaf does reduce our maximum hull, but, well, our maximum hull is not what it used to be. I don't think we would miss it that much. It does make us a little bit more susceptible to being pushed around by enemies. The knockback issue is still there, and in fact is much worse. But it is something to consider. It is be something to consider. All this burn damage going to waste. You should have invited a few friends, like this. Oh, Comet, you're not helping. Kinetic is interesting. I could get another Galvanic, but I think I just want this blink. Bonk, bonk, and more bonk. Excellent. That was rather painful. Always nice to blow up this convoy before it even fully gets on the screen. Lots and lots of points for that. Go away. Maybe time to use some of these rerolls for more energized shields. Alright, what are we up to? 5 seconds exactly. Well. I really should be more careful looking at these upgrades. Maelstrom would be quite helpful here. But of course, Maelstrom is an ultra rare wild mod, so it is quite likely to never appear no matter what I do. Still, it is something I should be a little bit more careful about watching for. It's just looking for these energized shields. As handy as these energized shields are, it's not the only game in town just yet. Trying to leave some deadly wake about. Kill any enemies that fly through it. Like these, for example. We have so much to do. So little time in which to do it. And by time I mean it's getting harder and harder to get upgrade points, and yeah. There are still many a thing we wish to acquire. Not exactly my intention, but I'll take it. Yeah, more energized shields. Well, game, if you're just going to keep handing them to me, I'll keep taking them. Down to 4.84 seconds for the cooldown of our shield. Of course, that does refer to starting at 0, but it's still pretty good. Since we hopefully never have to worry about getting down to 0. Nah, don't do that. 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 That wasn't very coherently explained, but you know what? You get what I mean, probably. And if not, maybe I'll later on have the brain power to actually repeat it in a way that actually makes sense. Okay. We're fine. Always fun to use our orbital shields to just smash an enemy to itty-bitty pieces. Glad for the galvanic there. Wave 160. Not the worst one in the universe. Not a great one, but not the worst one. Alright. Down to 469. Haha. Haha haha. Funny internet number. Haha haha. Oh dear. So many things you have to try to take into account when making lesson plans for teenagers in today's society. Numbers that cannot be used. Just for one example. Lest you have no time left from all the giggling to actually have a lesson. Oh dear, oh dear. Yep, thank you for dying. Thank you for using your thruster, because that helped push you away from the edge where I can actually get around to you. You almost had me. But almost is not the same as did. I'm not entirely sure about deflagration with this run. It's helped, but I don't know if it's helped a huge amount or just a little. It's hard to tell the difference between it and just the corrosion dying star effect sometimes, in terms of its raw damage output against some of these waves. Tempting to get more defiances for self-damage reduction. Same for this kinetic boost. Stabilization's nice. Could get Streamline. Well, no, we can't get Leaf anymore because we don't have Warpath. So yeah, not as interested in Streamline then. Another chance at Defiance and Evolution. Really hoping for Maelstrom. Well, apparently I just need to ask for it directly. Maelstrom. When our shield protects us, we are wreathed in a Maelstrom that pushes targets and projectiles around you. And damage dealt to our shield adds to the effect and radius of the Maelstrom. So our orbital shields will degrade projectiles that get caught up in the Maelstrom too. So this way we can push things around us and hopefully, they will be reduced in power just by the force of the Maelstrom combined with our orbital shields. Would have been nice to have that earlier, but I will take what I can get when I can get it. And now what do we look for? I do not know. Probably just take things like the kinetic boosts and go from there. Good shot, Comet, good shot. I line them up and you shoot them down. Teamwork makes the dream work and all of that good stuff. Well, Tracers, you're annoying. Good news is Maelstrom helps pull around their attacks, so maybe... Now sometimes Maelstrom is negative, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it pulls things around you in a way that pushes it in front of you and then you run into it, and then you explode. That can and has happened to me. But, overall, I think it is far more beneficial than harmful. Overall, I think we get more protection than injury from it. Frame rate's taking a little bit of a hit thanks to all those explosions, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Bonk. Don't really want any of these. Only thing I'd be particularly interested in is this, and I don't like the shield effect radius increase as much with Maelstrom. I could, of course, shrink it down eventually and even get weaponized shields. That would be nice, but I think I would prefer other things. I'll take a Scorching Wake, much like for the reason I took that Galvanic Outburst earlier. Just having one, not necessarily need a lot of them, though if you want to give me an infinite number, I would take it. But just having some of them as an option, as an effect I should say, is pretty useful. Because that gives us a little bit more leeway to do some damage with our thrusters. Once again, the combination of Maelstrom and Orbital Shield really helping us out against these enemies, pushing away and degrading so many of their attacks. Okay. Everything's fine. Probably should have been a tad more aggressive there, but I was worried I would get too aggressive and then just kill myself on Bulwark. Happy to see that did not occur, but still it is an issue that we have to deal with. Okay, get the weaker of the Juggernauts dead. Now we just have to do something about this one. You can also tell enemy scaling is affecting the weapons, since these little missile-y mine things that Juggernaut is using here take longer to die, even when we're close to it using Dying Star. So everything is starting to get tankier and tankier, making Dying Star less effective. Now, eventually we might be able to enhance that with a Solar Heart, and it may be time to take that. That will improve our burn damage, but at the cost of also improving, quote-unquote improving, our self-damage. Quite a bit, in fact, since we have several wild mods. Still, if we can't kill the enemy quickly, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Especially, we can't kill lots of these weaker enemies quickly. That's sort of supposed to be the strong point of this build. It takes a little bit longer to kill tough enemies, but we're supposed to be able to handle the weak enemies fairly easily. And when we're no longer able to do that, well, we're in a lot of trouble. Since that means that we have to deal with the worst of both worlds. We have tough enemies we cannot beat, and weak enemies we cannot beat in a short period of time. Which, as you might imagine, is less than good. That's not generally what we would call a good thing. Okay. Trying to line things up so I hit them a little bit more with our orbital shield. Take the kinetic boost? Yes, we'll take a kinetic boost. I want a little bit of global damage for the speed in which we move. And since we're Firefly, we can move at a decent clip. Just a nice little bit of a damage boost. Whoops, nope, careful, careful, careful. Depending on the circumstance. That almost killed us. Again, these shields work very well when you're aggressive, but if you're too aggressive, especially if you're too aggressive at just the wrong angle, well, yeah, you're just going to explode. Perhaps I should have grabbed the skirmish just for a little better crash damage effect. Ah well. There's still time. Maybe. Wonk, wonk, wonk. There you go. Ooh, don't like you. Need you to go away. Yeah, it's two of you. And yet another wave. At least this one's a little bit different. More singularities. Must be rush hour in Singularityville. Nope. Nope. Yeah, sure. Eat him, Singularity, I don't care. I'll even use my orbs to push a few back closer to you. Oh boy, this is not gonna be fun. Yeah, I said it wasn't gonna be fun, and I was correct. A little extra crash damage is okay, but could just take the stabilization for the thrust, as well as, of course, stabilization. That could help us against, well, waves like the one we just faced, with lots of hammerheads trying to push us around. Stabilization could be used to help control our attack angle a bit and not get shoved halfway around the galaxy for no good reason. Oh dear. Racers. Wave 220. Doing pretty good with this run. Better than I thought we would, truth be told. Excellent. Okay. Yep, just gonna be over here for a bit. Yeah, these enemies are taking a little too long to die for my taste. You were shielded, of course you were. Okay. No. Alright, good news, we survived that. Bad news, there are still plenty of enemies left. Are you going to die anytime soon? Yeah, enemies are definitely getting way too tanky. Need them to stop that nonsense. Do you stay away? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, those are dead. Ooh. Right. Celestial Lance. That is one way of getting more damage, I suppose. Is it a good way? Probably not. But it is a way. Of course, it also makes self-damage even worse. If only they were all so easy. Okay, good. Lucky enough to get a good angle on that Firefly. Not Firefly, Celestial. I'm the Firefly. Hello, Comet. Ooh. Okay. As usual, as things get more intense, it's harder for me to properly commentate while also trying to focus on what's going on on the screen. That's not good. I'll let you eat the mines, though. Mines are fine. Even collect some experience from them. Huzzah. Another singularity, yeah. I was only joking about it being rush hour in Singularityville, but I think you might have taken me seriously because we've gotten several in quick succession here. Oh dear. Ooh. Go away. Yep. I was worried that would happen. Good news is by the time we come back our shield will be mostly recovered, but mostly is not entirely, so we do have to be a little careful. Okay. Another Celestial, you say? Not Celestial. He gets. Seraph. Seraph. That thing. Ooh, goodness gracious. You go away. Trying to get them to run into my orbs, but I don't want them to do it in that way. I know I can be a little overly piggy sometimes. I ask you that you run to the orbs without running into me, or without shooting at me, or doing pretty much anything to hurt me at all, but that's just how I am. Emergency systems, I just don't think it's good enough. We probably die when we lose our shields. I don't know if that 0.8 seconds is going to matter. Could take the agility. Getting strafe would be nice. Don't think I want Celestial Surge. Guess I'm looking for another energized shields. Aegis is something. Kind of wouldn't mind Aegis, but I think we banish. Let's just banish it. Shrink our size down a little bit and get some rerolls. And get rid of mods that we're not horribly interested in. Aegis, I guess, could have given us a little bit of damage resistance when we don't move, but we're usually moving, so I don't know if it's that big of a loss. I don't know if we would ever get a huge increase in defense thanks to it. But again, it would have been nice to have if I just had all the mods upgrade points in the world. We just need you to explode. Just need you to not explode. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, got those taken care of. Now we just have to worry about our good friend, the Bulwark. Come on, good friend, the Bulwark. You want to explode, right? Of course you do. I do enjoy just watching it. Try to find a good way to attack us. Moving at different angles, just slightly trying to rotate towards us. Another seraph, egads. With lots of friends. I don't know if I can get through here very well. Now I guess we can take small comfort in the fact that the escorts couldn't keep up with Seraph's charge either. They were struggling a bit there. They were struggling. Yeah, didn't quite blink fast enough for that one, but... I enjoyed how it's so much faster now that it actually can't even screen wrap so many times because it's going so fast and it's so much more maneuverable now that it actually doesn't need to screen wrap. It can keep up with us just the normal way. That is both funny and terrifying, truth be told. Alright, that wasn't very smart, but I was worried about keeping this going too much longer. When the enemies start being able to get reinforcements, we're in trouble. It is a kill or be killed world, I'm afraid. Where's the Nova Drift where our peaceful city builders? I tell you, everything's violence in video games these days. Though I have considered trying a game for the channel, maybe like Planet Crafter or something along those lines. I would like to try a builder game, something where you just plan out things and build them. I had considered Satisfactory as well, but ooh, Satisfactory looks like it would take a long time to get through. But maybe one day, who knows? Okay, get all this experience. And again, agility would be nice. I was really hoping for another emergency systems, but Solar Heart increases our burn damage by 2% per wild mod that we own. But also increasing our burn damage for every wild mod we own. So how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and this would be 17, huh? Almost a 20% damage increase. That would be 2%, so that's a 34%. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. We have 3 defiances after all. Maybe those defiances will be enough to protect us against the worst of it. Does mean our recovery's down a little bit, essentially. Or it will be taken out more accurately by repairing ourselves from the self-damage. Self-damage resistance is up to 70%. So that's not entirely bad. No, that's damage resistance. Self-damage resistance is up to 56%. Pardon me. Burn damage modifier up to 194. Ignite duration 160. Maybe, just maybe, this will allow us to actually survive a bit longer. Or maybe it'll just kill us faster. Who knows? I certainly don't. Just give it a shot and see what happens, I suppose. Yeah, our passive shield regeneration is now at a crawl. We're very reliant on our cooldown for actually getting our shield back up. But I suppose there's nothing new about that aspect. We're just even more reliant than we used to be. Though that does speak to the need to get even more energized shields, though of course, more energized shields will increase the burn damage that we do and the self-damage that we take. Hello, hello. Thank you, Maelstrom, for keeping us alive there. Yeah, the extra burn damage is noticeable, but it's still not enough to keep up with the enemy damage, or health scaling, I should say. So that is a problem, but it's not so big of a problem that we can't say... we're not getting a decent benefit from all this extra burn damage. Come on, deflagration, this is why I got you. A lot of enemies shooting a lot of bullets. Oh boy, nope. Want to be over there for that part. Don't want to be here for this part either, you guys. Too many laser beams. Maelstrom does not help us against laser beams. Sad but true. Just blink, blink, blink away. Maybe I should have gotten that agility and looked for strafe and then gotten displacement. I'm sure that wouldn't have been difficult. No, it wouldn't have been difficult at all. Ooh, well, the good news about the enemy spawn rate is we're getting more experience again. The bad news about the enemy spawn rate is, boy, there's a lot of enemies shooting a lot of bullets at us now. Quite a lot of them, in fact. Yep. Not a Seraph. How weird. I'm expecting something a little bit different here. But you know what? We'll take it. Fine, I'll take the agility. Are you happy now, game? Are you happy? Perhaps not a very good option, considering that I now have to readjust my steering a bit. All of a sudden, I'm able to rotate much faster than normal. It's very weird. Maybe less than ideal when fighting an enemy we're trying to stay close to without running into their giant beam o death. Turns out that would be a bad thing. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out with our bud over here. Tapping our thrusters a bit to get a little bit of deadly and scorching wake damage in as well. So many beams. Why so many beams? Maybe we should take bravado if we see it, because I don't know if there'll be much difference in the enemies we face. Just get the benefits and none of the detriments at this stage of the game. Ooh, our shields barely came back in time. Yep, that's a lot of enemies. That is a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies shooting a lot of bullets, trying to run into me with laser teeth, or tongues, or something. Plasma torches. I don't know. Okay, that is a lot of damage we are taking getting close to these enemies. And that's a Juggernaut. Not even a Juggernaut that died to that attack, which is a little bit worrying, but at least it died to that attack. Unfortunately, Big Brother here is going to be a little bit of an issue, comparatively. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, you stay here, you stay there. You go away. Alright, Singularity, you can eat these. Nope, not me. These. I am not among the these. Yep, I'm just here. Just here. Nah, blah, 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 blah. Alright. At least we get some health recovery thanks to purification where we get one of these long snakes. Unfortunately, the snakes, or serpents, do not just die right away in the same manner they used to. Once again, enemy health scaling is a problem. It's a problem. Damage output not scaling, enemy health still scaling. By damage output, I'm talking about our damage output, not their damage output. Their damage output is also still scaling. Oh dear, that's a bulwark. That's a big bulwark, no less. Alright, we just need to, blink away and try to escape long enough to get our shield to recover. Okay, good. Everything's fine. By everything's fine, I mean I'm not fine. I'm terrified. Right, I'm over here for a bit. Never mind, I'm over here for a bit. Shield cooldown is the only thing saving us now from a certain and imminent death. Okay, Singularity moving through. Shielders here to shield tracers, of course. What else would they be here to shield? Yeah, just hang out over here for a bit too. We're all hanging out near the Singularity. It's a big party. Invite your friends. No. Oh, I don't like this. No, I don't like that at all. Don't like enemies getting shields. I did mention bravado, but I also want this strafe. Well then, I'm guessing there are going to be a few mines. You know, a few. Thank you for the help there, Comet. Ooh, don't want that. Nope. Level 50, by the way. I was not expecting to reach level 50 with this build. I know others have gotten much farther. I know some people have received scores in excess of 4 or 5 even million with this kind of build, but not I. the balance between self-damage and damaging others is definitely not one I have learned well of yet. Thank you once again, Maelstrom. We would have been dead long ago without Maelstrom to help us out. Maelstrom really did save this run. I don't know if we can get something like this to really work well without Maelstrom. Truth be told. Okay, that's painful. That's painful. Trying to get some burn damage in. Don't know what that kind of hit, but I'm glad it did. Racer. Not exactly ideal, but once again, we're live. These things. Oh, right. Hello. Lovely to see you all. Frame rates. Who needs such things? Don't know what was going on there, but okay. Laser beams. My mortal enemy. Things that cannot be degraded by our Maelstrom. That's a lot of damage. Gotta say, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Kill those. Get their shield down. Excellent. You notice how their rate of fire now means that they can cover a lot of territory with these little, I don't even know what you call them, energy whirlpool things. It's a bit of a problem to navigate around. Okay, why were you shielded? I ask you this, why were you shielded? There do seem to be a few enemies, mines, all that all around. Happen to notice this. I don't want apotheosis, no. Displacement. I doubt where we'll actually be able to get much usage out of it, but hey, it's nice to have. I was hoping to get through that before Juggernaut jumped around. Okay. Whew. Right. Okay. Breathe, breathe, breathe. that part wasn't too bad. These might be. Anything that shoves us around too much is going to be an issue, I think it'd be safe to say. Racers. Not ideal. Singularities, also not ideal. But at least they're not quite as annoying as tracers. No, beam weapons, beam weapons. Waiting for an enemy to attack. They heard Singularity was in the area and didn't want to come intrude upon their visit with us. How very kind of them. It's a little EDB convoy, but it has a boost. I'll take a boost. Improves our recovery rate. Fair bit, not an enormous bit, but a fair bit. And of course, no enemy wants to attack while we have this recovery. I see. I see how it is, game. I see how it is. Blink away. I thought we could get enough recovery there. I was just trying not to move, trying to just wait, just wait. Alas, alas. Still, hey, 3.1 million. Almost 3.2, in fact. That is not too shabby. Very enjoyable run, also quite long one. Anytime you have a shield-based weapon, shield-based run, it usually takes a long time because you have a lot of defense, but your offense is usually a tad lacking comparatively. Still, not too shabby. Let's see, what in the world should we call this? Orbs of Fire, I think. Not too bad. A 5th place in our lineup. About to push the 2.5 millions off of our top 10. So some slight improvements over time. Always nice to see a little bit of improvement here and there. But for now, I'm going to give my poor fingers a break. Thank you all for stopping by.